the volume of stupid that is coming our way, let me tell you. Okay, let's jump straight in. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. As a matter of fact, I'm going to bring the chat room straight in. Sorry, my do is subdued. I had it back in a ponytail because I had a meeting with Rob Glenn, our regular weekly Zoom meeting, where I think we pegged the nerd meter. I really do. I don't know how we will be able to top it, but good God. Also, love you guys. Hi. Hit the like, share the show if you would, subscribe, etc. Venmo or something, whatever I'm supposed to say to make this a professional show. We have a ton of crap to cover today, and I do mean crap. But I do want to remind everybody that I am on Instagram and Facebook and Twitch and YouTube. And that's it. Although we may be starting on Substack soon. So if you're a Substack subscriber person and did I get any sleep? I did not get any sleep. As a matter of fact, I chose to stay awake. So if I'm a little like loopy, 2 o'clock in the morning, silly, it's because I did not take a nap. And the reason I didn't take a nap is because if I conked out, I felt like, you feel like the weight of sleep coming on and you're like, if I give into this, I'm done. Anybody have that? You have that kind of situation where we're just like, if I just keep moving, I'll be awake. And then somewhere along the line, of this evening, like 8 o'clock, I will go to bed and wake up sometime tomorrow afternoon. I know I was supposed to nap, BJ, but I don't feel like it would have helped because today is so goddamn silly that it almost requires that I'm sleep deprived to deal with some of the silliness that we will deal with today. Can I just say, for the record, I, like all of you, I got my struggles in life, both real and imagined. I have, friends who are going through some stuff, and the social and emotional pressure of that circumstance. I got all the regular, what we call provider anxiety. In the sexy liberal circles, when you got a kid and you're just like, I got to be able to make this world okay for him and make sure that he's fed and educated and a good person and has the opportunity to try anything that he genuinely could flourish at, that kind of shit, right? That provider anxiety, that never goes away. And I certainly don't have a million people doing whatever I say and a Diet Coke button on my desk. And if I did, I gotta say, even with all the emotional and social struggles that you can't get rid of because they're just part of being human, I gotta say it would lift the weight quite a bit. That part of it. Yeah? But it doesn't matter for our first guest because, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump will always be miserable. First of all, never, ever underestimate his ability to screw up a free lunch. Donald Trump himself will always lose even when he wins. He will find a way to snatch failure from the jaws of victory. And I have not watched this one. I've watched a bunch of his little chin wags that he's been doing lately. And he talks about infrastructure, TikTok, and immigration. So it's going to be genius. And we may have to break it up. I don't know to what extent he actually talks about anything worthwhile. But here we fucking go. And I want to assure you, ladies and gentlemen, that when we are done watching this ridiculousness, this blather from the current president of the United States of America, you and I will be in a better place than he is. For real. He's still going to be a miserable bastard. Lonely, unwanted, surrounded by sycophants and suck-ups that he knows are not his friends. And last night, at the Ultimate Jam Night, We had a great crowd. I don't even want to talk about it with him on the fucking screen. Last night, the Ultimate Jam Night, we had a great crowd for the 10th anniversary show. Adam, our dear Adam, who's battling cancer, was there at the show. He was up and around. He was improving. The cancer was taking his, the chemo meds were taking his hair, but they did not take his spirit, and he was with us, working and helping out and doing his thing. And it was just lovely to see him on his feet. We had, I mean, and there's so many people that were there. And it was lovely to see Ginger and several of our other regulars that come. But there was there's some musicians that play there that I didn't know before I started hosting the Ultimate Jam Night. And some I had known tangentially through other things or other shows or whatever, but became close to in this process. And let me tell you something. When you get to go to a place where you farmed 15 rock solid friendships, good people, nice to hang out with, talented, impressive people who are just lovely to be around. And you know for a fact that Trump has no idea what that's like. I mean, I'm not happy about my friendships because of just schadenfreude, but it's very stark. It really is. Like when I'm standing around with those folks, I'm like, this is awesome. I have become so close to the whiskey, and I want to bring something up. There was a woman named Maureen. Everybody called her Mo. She passed away of a heart attack earlier this week. I believe it was Monday, just right before this. Unexpected, and part of the family that sort of operates, the regulars that operate the whiskey and stuff. And she was one of the people that the rest of the jam people dealt with more than I did because the offices are behind a wall on show night. So I don't end up interacting with them too much. I'd met her a couple of times, but everybody spoke so lovely of her, and you could tell that the staff was really feeling it and affected by it. And at the end of the show, every single one of the ones that I talked to earlier who were a little bummed out about or whatever, after the show came up and they were just kind of beaming from just the night of music that we had. It was just lovely. Ended the night singing Living on a Prayer, which was, I think, apropos. I don't know exactly how old she was. She was in her early 50s, I believe. But it was unexpected. So, anyways, here we go. Let's jump right into the friendless old fart I guess I gotta for legal reasons. I gotta throw this up. I'm sorry. There may be a need for a nut warning. I'm sorry if you're sensitive to large, wagging nunts. They can be gross. Again, the Secret Service is so concerned about how much Trump's neck looks like a vagina, they're afraid he will grab it and choke himself to death. They are on constant watch that if he passes by a mirror, he might go, oh, there's one, and grab it and be like, I don't know, maybe it's like a snapping turtle. They have to wait for a thunderclap for him to let go. Anyway, so you've been warned.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Thank you. Nice to see you. Some very familiar faces. Well, thank you very much, and it's an honor to be here today.
Yeah, thanks for that tremendous round of applause. It was huge. It was an enormous. I'm still feeling it.
Yeah, we have first full day as president. We're back, and we had a great first term, but we're going to have an even better second term. And
it's going to be even better. What is it? Let me guess. It's going to be half as long.
I think we're going to do things that people would be shocked at.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's your modus operandi. I think shocking is the point. Helpful, useful, productive, Productive. Listen to me with my tired singing voice. Productive? No. Shocking is whatever.
Starting off with tremendous investment coming into our country at levels that nobody's really ever seen before.
Who thinks there's been a lot of investment in the United States over the years?
They're very happy with the fact that I won the race and that they feel confident in their investments. And it's big money and high quality people.
Yeah, not this shit money we had before from these losers.
So my first day back from having a nice life, it's my honor to welcome three.
That's the. I mean, I guess he can't let that say. Oh, and by the way, I guess he wants to remind you that he lives a cushy life. And fuck you, poor assholes.
They're the world's leading technology CEOs, and in the case of Larry Ellison, it's well beyond technology. It's sort of CEO of everything.
No, Larry Ellison from Oracle is not CEO of everything. Is Oracle so complicated that to your just way of thinking that you can't understand what the fucker does for a living? What?
He's an amazing man and an amazing business.
Well, by the way, if he's CEO of everything, I think we have a responsibility as customers. Anytime a customer problem comes up, your luggage gets lost, there's your water's brown for some reason, like out of the faucet. Your food is chewy and clearly microwaved at a place. Don't bother the people at Cracker Barrel or Comcast or any of the, any Delta. Don't bother them. Call Larry Ellison. He is the CEO of everything, and tell him to fix it.
Person, but to announce the largest AI infrastructure project by far in history.
Really? They didn't have ones like this in the early 1900s and late 1800s when we were during the Industrial Revolution? So AI projects are getting larger, are they? They started small and they're getting bigger? Sorry, this is just dumb.
It's all taking place right here in America. As you know, there's great competition for AI and other things. And
yeah, everybody's competing for AI and other things. There's a huge competition. I can't walk outside with my hamburger phone without a fight breaking out where people try to claim it. There's a huge. Everybody knows that there's a huge competition for the greatest live stream in the history of live streams, and I've won it hands down year after year after year. This is of course the Jeff Goldblum Award for the greatest live stream in existence. And then obviously as a champion of free speech, I get to, it's like the Stanley Cup of free speech is the fart piano. It's funny because I have never had to give it back because I win every year because the competition is so high for AI and other things like the fart piano. AI and other things. Shit. You can't do a chord. Doesn't work.
They're coming in at the highest level. We're joined by Oracle Executive Chairman Larry Ellison.
Oh, you mean CEO of everything, Larry Ellison? Why would you just demoted him?
SoftBank CEO, my friend Masa Yoshi-san, and CEO of OpenAI, and I would say by far the leading expert based on everything I read.
Based on everything you read? What, his business card? Also, is it just me or is this slow as fuck? Is he just ripping the Sleepy Joe mantle and going, Nobody's more tired and dull and dry and boring than me.
Sam Altman. So that's great that you're coming in together. That's a massive group of talent and money. Together, these
A massive group of talent and money. Massive. There's just pallets off camera, giant pallets of cash.
world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books.
Put that in your book. Isn't that from Dances with Wolves? Put that in your book. 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 Jesus.
Because I think you're going to hear a lot about it.
Yeah, I think so too. It's gonna be like it's making me want to go watch the original movie, not so much the series.
In the future, a new American
Yeah, well, Stargate's not one of those things you hear in the past. I mean, there's a book, I guess. Don't get me started.
company that will invest $500 billion at least in AI infrastructure in the United States and very, very quickly, moving very rapidly, creating over 100,000 American jobs almost immediately.
Almost immediately. 500 billion. They're just going to dump it in a pile, and it will be, it's 100,000 people with rakes moving the cash around. They're going to try and stack it to see if it really does reach the moon.
This monumental undertaking is a resounding declaration of confidence in America's potential under a new president. Let me be a new president. I didn't say it, they did.
They? It's your statement, dum-dum. What do you mean they? Sorry, are you reading the Illuminati's directives again?
So I appreciate that, fellas, but it'll ensure the future.
No, you are a new president. You're the new, for this term, you're an old fart, but you're the new president.
Of technology. What we want to do is we want to keep it in this country. China is a competitor and others are competitors. We want it to be in this country, and we're making it available. I'm going to help a lot through emergency declarations because we have an emergency. We have to get this stuff built. So,
sorry, we need emergency AI banks for private industry, and we're going to declare an emergency to spend taxpayer dollars on emergency AI for Larry Ellison, Masayoshi-san, and Sam Altman.
They have to produce a lot of electricity, and we'll make it possible for them to get that production done very easily at their own plants if they want.
Yeah, if they want. He's going to attach a coal plant to every one of these. It's kind of like, it's like putting an outhouse on the USS Enterprise. You know what I mean? You got this beautiful space station that represents the spaceship that represents the journey of man into the stars, and you just attach a fucking wood burning stove and a shitter to it. It chugs along right behind it.
Where they'll build at the plant, the AI plant, they'll build
an AI plant. What is it? A fern? The AI plant. What are you making there, Sam? Oh, I'm making some AI. Ding. Just trying to, ding. Man, that making AI, that's some back-breaking work. Ding. At the AI plant. Oh. Rob Glenn, where are you when I need you? Oh, my God.
Energy generation, and that will be incredible.
It will. It totally will.
But it's technology and artificial intelligence, all made in the USA. Beginning immediately, Stargate will be building the physical and virtual infrastructure to power.
Wait. Physical infrastructure, I understand. Infrastructure week being a joke during your presidency. What other kind?
Stargate will be building the physical and virtual infrastructure to power the next generation.
The virtual infrastructure. Oh, bing, a do, bing. Where's your hammer? Don't need one. Bing. Well, who's making the noise? I am. Bing. What are you making? I'm pounding out some virtual girders for the virtual buildings. Bing. I'm a construction worker in the metaverse now. It's the saddest blue-collar job in the world. Bing. I even have to make my own working sound effects. Bing. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Jesus Christ.
Generation of advancements in AI, and this will include the construction of colossal data centers, very, very massive structures.
Yes, colossal would be the word. Massive structures. It's the size of the building that matters, not what's in it.
I was in the real estate business. These buildings, these are big, beautiful buildings, are going to employ a lot of people.
No, they're not. They're not big, beautiful buildings. They're big, flat, office park looking pieces of shit. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea to take a high-rise in New York or in Chicago or something like that that's basically empty and turn it into a giant server farm, especially in cities that are cold a lot of the time. That wouldn't hurt. You just leave the fucking windows open. But...
And physical campuses in locations currently being scouted nationwide. They're making their choices of locations. I think they have their choice. I'd like to ask Larry, Sam, and Masa to say a few words and just talk about a little bit about what they're doing. And have you?
Because I have no idea what the fuck the words. Yeah.
Have any questions?
Yeah, save your questions for the end because I don't know what I've said already, much less what. Don't ask me questions about what they say. Fuck me.
And then we'll go into a couple of other subjects also. But this is, to me, a very big thing. $500 billion Stargate project. I think it's going to be something that's very special. It'll lead
something very special at a level no one's ever seen before.
To something that could be the biggest of all. So, Larry, maybe we'll start with you and we'll go down the line. Thank you.
Larry's in the middle. Masa would be going down the line, or you could start at Sam's side, but Larry's literally the tall one in the middle. You just know him, and Masa makes you feel uncomfortable because his English is his second language. So you love his money, but you don't like his accent.
Thank you, Mr. President. We certainly couldn't do this without you.
What do you mean? Use taxpayer dollars to fund your private industry stuff?
It would simply be impossible.
Yeah, normally businesses have to fend for themselves. Remember that shit about picking winners and losers? Anyways, you were saying, Larry?
AI holds incredible promise for all of us, for every American. We've actually been working with OpenAI for a while.
Obviously, the Amish and the Pennsylvania Dutch. They're not, I'm just saying, they're not in on it. I'm just going to say, what's left of the Branch Davidians, probably not too big on it. And there's a big chunk of Trump's evangelical donors who literally think it's the Antichrist.
And with Masa for a while. The data centers are actually under construction. The first of them are under construction in Texas. Each building.
You mean the ones that have already started being built under the Biden administration? What'd they do? Larry, you want everybody to believe they broke ground yesterday? You think, what were they doing? Just waiting till Trump was sworn in? Of course they're being built. They were funded by the CHIPS and Science Act.
Buildings 500,000 square feet. There are 10 buildings currently being built, but that will expand to 20.
Yes, and they're gorgeous. They all basically look like giant insurance companies' headquarters fucked an elementary school.
And other locations beyond the Abilene location, which is our first location. The kind of applications that we're building.
Hold on. Now we got it. All right. Look, we're going to have to deal with this motherfucker, and I'm hitting it head on. Okay. What is it? Oracle, Abilene. Please don't take my man. Facility, AI. I don't know. Open 18 of SoftBank and Oracle and 500 billion must class. Okay, this is hold on. Oops. Abilene announces largest infrastructure investment in Abilene, Texas. Shocking. Abilene announced for Abilene, Texas, president unveiled large infrastructure. When the announcement came, Lancium would come to Abilene. Lancium is the company. Fuck. I don't even want to read it because it's so fucking dumb. It's just like, I mean, it's so dumb. It's so, hang in there. More details. Abilene announced for largest AI infrastructure project with 500 billion plus investment. Okay, it's not all going to Abilene, dummy, but whatever. Abilene, Abilene, Abilene. Please don't take my man. All right. President Donald Trump has unveiled the largest AI infrastructure project in history with the first site located right here in Abilene, Texas. This project aligns with Lancium, a clean energy computing company that began construction of its clean energy data center in 2022. A what? What is it? A clean energy? You mean clean energy? You don't say. I wonder if that was probably a bill passed during the first Trump administration. A clean energy investment in 2022. That's clearly left over from Trumpistan. Okay, when the announcement was made that Lancium would come to Abilene, it was initially pitched as a leader in green, low-cost infrastructure designed to power the future with renewable energy. While Lancium was initially focused on its data processing campus for Bitcoin mining, so they were using like waivers they got from the federal government to build data centers under the Biden administration to build this place already, and they were going to Bitcoin mine with it, and now the floor fell out from under that. Now it's boosting up a little while under Trump, then it's going to go away again. And so they're moving over, switching it to AI. The company shifted direction in July 2023, partnering with fellow clean compute company Crusoe to develop a data processing campus that can support multiple clients. In 2024, it was announced that the data center will host multiple clients from various tech sectors, with the first focusing on artificial intelligence. Right? Okay. At the White House press conference, Trump introduced Stargate, an ambitious, la-di-da. It's ambitious, folks. Don't be afraid. Ambition. It's not a bad word. Ambition's not a four-letter word. Yeah. That will invest at least I love that, at least a staggering $500 billion in AI infrastructure, a move Trump claims will quickly generate over 100,000 jobs. I don't know why. Why? Who are AI companies hiring? Why would AI data centers hire that many fucking people for real? I don't know. Maybe he thinks there's somebody's got to operate the AI lathe. What you making there, buddy? I'm making a large language model with a focus on gravitational fields. We're going to deliver up there to San Antonio. They got this Stargazer thing, and I'm gonna take this AI over there and we're gonna chuck it on the pile with the rest of it. Hey, pick up those AI shavings. We'll use them for AI kindling. Jesus Christ. Joining with the conference with the biggest names in tech. Really? Executive chairman of Oracle. Not okay. Masayoshi Son, CEO of SoftBank, and Sam Altman. Altman would be up there, and Oracle's a big company, but simmer the fuck down. Together, these industry titans are proud to announce the launch of Stargate, Trump said. Write that down, put that down, Stargate. It's a great movie. I like Kurt Russell. I don't like anybody else in it because they're all liberals.
To give you an idea, maybe the most charismatic and the one that I think touches us all is electronic health records, not just maintaining electronic health records, but by looking at electronic health records
and sharing them digitally. Please go ahead.
Understanding the condition of doctors, better understanding the condition of their patients, and being able to provide healthcare plans that are much better than they otherwise would be.
Right. Why would they not be as good previously? Because I don't know, you're talking about some like shit kicker doctor in the middle of nowhere, like in Abilene, Texas, and he can send the X-rays via AI to Yale or some shit.
A doctor in Indian River Reservation
Sure.
would be able to see how a doctor at Memorial Sloan Kettering would treat the patient, or a doctor at Stanford would treat the patient. We actually provide all of that information, all of that guidance to the doctors.
What about a doctor in Wyoming? You're sexy. Your face looks really tight. Were you in a hurry?
Who are treating cancer patients or patients with any other kind of disease made possible by AI.
Obviously not COVID, but
I'm not going to take a lot of time. I'm going to pass it to Masa, but this is a very exciting program for Oracle to be a part of. Thank you.
how is Oracle going to be a part of it? Also, I would like to praise Trump, take an opportunity for hanging around with the power gays again, you know, not being afraid. Say, hey, their money is as green as anybody else's, and not worrying about it at all. It's you know, look, he's not going to get there. He's not going to get there, you know, by cajoling or force. He's just going to find himself like at the Blue Oyster in the middle of the night.
Thank
You put the
Okay. That's good. That's great. I feel tall now.
look at Trump. It's very good. But that guy did a good job. He is very good. Oh, that's okay. It's good. That guy does that thing very well. It's like you can tell he just has no idea what any of this means.
Thank you. Well, Mr. President, last month I came to celebrate your winning and promised that we will invest $100 billion. And you told me, oh, Masa, go for 200. Yeah. Now I came back with 500. Because this is as you said yesterday, this is the beginning of golden age of America. This is one great example, I think, right? We wouldn't have decided to do this.
I think so.
This is the beginning of golden age. We wouldn't have decided unless you.
We wouldn't have decided unless you, Donald Trump. The Stargate project, a joint venture created by OpenAI, SoftBank, Oracle, and MGX, plans to invest up to US $500 billion in AI infrastructure in the United States by 2029. It has been planned since 2022 and was formally announced January 21st, 2025. It has been planned since 2022. That's why they broke ground before Trump even took office. It has been planned since 2022.
Won. And yesterday we agreed, we signed to make this happen because of this day. So we would make this happen. We would immediately start deploying $100 billion with the goal of making $500 billion within next 4 years, within your term, right? Because of your success.
Because we kiss your ass. For the record, let's see, Sam Altman, $7 trillion? This is from February of last year. So this whole project, these kind of things, he's trying to gather $7 trillion across multiple projects for this new AI chip thing that they want to do. $7 trillion. And so far they're at, 125 billion a year over the next few years in an industry that's going to be worth 15 trillion in about 5 years. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman wants to overhaul the global semiconductor industry with trillions of dollars in investment. Altman said AI chip limitations hinder OpenAI's growth, and the project would increase chip building capacity globally. He is in talks with investors, including the UAE. Per the journal, Sam Altman could need to raise between $5 trillion and $7 trillion for the endeavor, the journal reported, citing one source. $7 trillion. They need $7 trillion, and so far $100 billion. Awesome.
So we are very, very excited to do this. And our partner is, of course, SoftBank, OpenAI, Oracle, and additionally investing partner with MGX.
Yeah, MGX. I remember. Yeah, I remember MGX. That was the company that they were already building this thing based on a long time ago. Oh, by the way, the real president does not believe this is actually going to work and is pissed that he's being muscled out of the room. Musk clashes with OpenAI CEO Sam Altman over Trump-supported Stargate AI data center project. Latest in a feud between the two tech billionaires. Trump on Tuesday had to talk up a joint venture investing up to $500 billion through a new partnership formed by OpenAI, maker of ChatGPT, alongside Oracle and SoftBank. New entity Stargate is already starting to build out data centers and the electricity generation needed for the further development of fast-evolving AI, which is a clean energy facility. Anyways, that's why. Trump declared a resounding declaration of confidence, but Musk, a close advisor to, who helped bankroll his campaign, now leads a government cost-cutting initiative, and he said, we don't have the money. They don't actually have the money. SoftBank has well under $10 billion secured. I have that on good authority. Womp, womp, womp. I mean, I hate seeing them fight, but I love watching both of them lose at the same time.
On top of that, we have the technology partner NVIDIA, and of course, Microsoft has been very, very supportive to Sam and continue to support all our success. This is not just for business. As Larry said, this will help people's life. This will help solving many, many issues, difficult things that otherwise we could not have solved with the power of AI.
No, AI doesn't solve these problems. Human beings using AI as a tool will solve these problems. That's how it works. It's like having a microscope. Without a microscope, we wouldn't have even known these germs existed. See what I mean? Microscopes didn't cure cancer.
I think AGI is coming very, very soon. And then after that, that's not the goal. After that, artificial super intelligence will come to solve the issues that mankind would never, ever have thought that we...
Yes, so Donald Trump thinks he's very smart. He's a big dum-dum. But soon we will have a software that we can replace him with.
Could solve. Well, this is the beginning of our golden age. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Fantastic. Sam.
I don't have too much to add, but I did want to say I'm thrilled we get to do this in the United States of America. I think this will be the most important project of this era. And as Masa said, for AGI to get built here, to create hundreds of thousands of jobs, to create a new industry centered here. We wouldn't be able to do this without you, Mr. President, and I'm thrilled that we get to.
Where are these hundred thousands of jobs? For real. They're not at these facilities. So what is he just counting anybody who uses AI to make an app and sells it and starts a business, or uses like anything that adjuncts onto their business, that he considers that a job he created using this?
I think it'll be an exciting project. I think we'll be able to do all of the wonderful things that these guys talked about. But the fact that we get to do this in the United States is I think, wonderful. So thank you very much.
Could you you say one word? I hear so many positive things about
Oh dear. I don't know what he's going to ask, but I'm going to love it.
what it's going to do for medical research and for solving things, cancer and all the different problems. How will AI help us with the fight against the various problems, diseases, etc.?
The fight against the various problems, diseases, etc.
These guys can maybe share more about some of the work they're doing there. I think they'll jointly be some of the leaders about driving progress here. But I believe that as this technology progresses, we will see diseases get cured at an unprecedented rate. We will be amazed at how quickly we're curing this cancer and that one and heart disease, and what this will do for the ability to deliver very high quality healthcare, the costs, but really to cure the diseases at a rapid rate, I think will be among the most important things this technology does.
Very good. Very good. Thank
Can I
you.
speak and answer that question, Mr. President?
Oh boy, Larry's going to stand on the.
So we're currently working on. Should I step on this? Okay. All right. No. I'm not that tall. I'm not that tall.
Aren't we having so much fun? It's like the first step of a ladder.
Thank you, Mr. President. One of the most exciting things we're working on, using the tools that Sam and Masa are providing, is a cancer vaccine.
Sorry, SoftBank is providing tools to this? I thought they were just the investment partner. Wait.
It's very interesting. It turns out, I'll be quick, all of our cancers, cancer tumors, little fragments of those tumors float around in your blood. So you can do early cancer detection. If you can do using AI, you can do early cancer detection with a blood test. And using AI to look at the blood test.
Yes, we can track everyone's genetic material and also make a vaccine for cancer.
You can find the cancers that are actually seriously threatening the person. So we can, again,
As opposed to the funny ones.
cancer diagnosis using AI has the promise of just being a simple blood test. Then beyond that, once we gene sequence that cancer tumor, you can then vaccinate the person.
Congratulations, Larry. Yes, you fucked it up. You had a couple of seconds. All you had to do was come up there and say AI is super smart and it's going to cure cancer and shut the fuck up. But you had to associate gene editing and splicing with vaccines. Now you've done it. Now none of these motherfuckers are going to take this vaccine. Oh dear. Nice going, Larry. Way to fuck up the whole day. That just not even 10 minutes in.
Design a vaccine for
Boutique vaccines, untested, because they're built just for you. What could possibly go wrong? By the way, I'm for this technology and it's perfectly fine. I'm just enjoying the fact that maggots everywhere are like, nuh-uh, you ain't putting that stuff in thing.
for every individual person to vaccinate them against that cancer. Mm-hmm. And you can make that vaccine, that mRNA vaccine.
Oh, he's just trying to wreck the whole thing. Jesus Christ, man. Why don't you just finish with Epstein hung himself and there was a single gunman on the grassy, that killed JFK.
You can make that robotically, again, using AI in about...
Yes, that's right. Elon Musk will deliver it via a chip in your brain. You're saying all the right shit, Larry. You haven't fucked it up. I take it back. When does RFK Jr. run out of another room shirtless and just tackle you to the fucking floor? Hey, SNL, that's my sketch idea. I know you're going to take it, but that's what I would... I would have recreate this, and then have RFK Jr. just lurking.
48 hours. So imagine early cancer detection, the development of a cancer vaccine for your particular cancer aimed at you, and
yes, after we sequence your genes. Oh, isn't that?
have that vaccine available in 48 hours. This is the promise of AI and the promise of the future.
Yeah, and only people in blue states will take this stuff.
Great, thanks. Yeah, just 1 second. We'll finish up. But
These guys are brilliant. And I just want to say, there won't be any vaccines for cancer. What kind of an asshole?
highly respected guys. I was shocked with
Oh, he's already stiff-arming them. Highly respected. That means it's not my fault if they fuck up. If you guys don't like them, it's not my fault. I didn't vet them. I didn't talk to them. Somebody else told me that people like them. Fuck am I supposed to do about it?
Larry, because I don't even think Larry does this stuff. You did a very good job for a guy that doesn't do it much, right? But he's so respected.
What do you mean he doesn't do it much? He's the CEO of the company.
And the group, and it's really an honor. But for Larry to be here and do this is very unusual because he doesn't do this stuff. He doesn't need it. He does, and you don't need it, do you? Huh? You don't need.
What's your name? The guy? Huh? You don't do this one? Huh?
it. But I just I think it's
Sam. I think Sam. I maybe he couldn't remember Massa. At least he knows him
an
better.
honor to the country. It's a great honor that this group, these are the top people, that they're going to do it, and they're going to do it here.
No, they're not. Like you could argue that Sam Altman is among the top AI, geniuses, I suppose, because he's actually involved in the coding and the structure of it. But like Massa and fucking Larry Ellison, they're rich, sure, but they don't know more about this than fucking half the campus, like almost community college level science professors.
Here, and we're going to make it as easy as it can be. A $500 million Stargate project comes in addition to a separate pledge between 100 and 200 billion dollars from, as we know, from Massa.
No, the second 100 billion he said was going to be over the course of the next 5 years or the next 4 years.
We talked about before. Also 20 billion from DeMac, which was great. And
DeMac, the what is it, the Saudi dude, or is he from the UAE? He sells condos to Russian oligarchs so they can, places where they shove their wives off off balconies for real. Yeah, I mean, his entire market is selling condos to Russians.
many others that are coming. Some I just say, just announce it. It's easier. But with some, I know them, and they're so highly respected, I'd rather do it this way. Many would like to do it this way, but we're letting the world know what's happening. This is money that normally would have gone to China.
No, it wouldn't. You can't invest in AI in China. The government owns it, dummy.
Or other countries, but in particular
Yeah, probably Papua New Guinea. Yep.
China in total.
Greenland. Fucking Greenland.
Before the end of my first full business day in Washington in the White House, we've already secured nearly $3 trillion of new investments in the United States, and probably that's going to be 6 or 7 by the end of the week. Tremendous amounts of money are coming in for many things other than even AI. AI seems to be very hot.
Yeah, it's super hot. It's, you know what it is, right? I don't even have to tell you about
It
it.
seems to be the thing that a lot of smart people are looking at very strongly. And
Yes, they're looking at it very strongly. They're going, ugh, ow. What are you doing? I'm looking at AI very strongly. Ugh, too strongly.